So folks, welcome to my iPad Air 2 unboxing and review video. In this video, I'm just going to go over quickly the new features and usability of the new iPad Air 2. And I'm also going to unbox it real quickly right next to the re-unboxing of my old iPad 3, or iPad with Retina display as they first called it. Now the reason I'm doing this is because I want to show off and compare the differences between what you get with an old model iPad and the new one. And so far, it's pretty much the same. The only difference you notice from the packaging is with the newer iPads, the box is just a tiny bit smaller when it comes to the width. That's to obviously accommodate the smaller surface size of the iPads, as they are now coming with smaller bezels on the side. The height of the box, if you stand it up, is still just about the same, and I barely noticed anything when it comes to the overall height when it's laid flat. Inside, you don't really get much, just the iPad, the power brick, the cable, and just a tiny bit of documentation. Not much to see there. Now, with the devices themselves, the first thing you'll notice is obviously how thin it is. This is by far the thinnest device of any kind I've ever seen. As you can see with this clip here, there is a strange little bluish color to the light that's reflecting off the display itself. This could be from the anti-glare coating that Apple says that they put on the device. I haven't noticed any changes in color reproduction in actual use when I eventually started using the device. So everything is still good there, but when it comes to reflection and glare, it just feels a little different. One change that they've made that I'm quite disappointed about is the removal of the hardware switch on the side, which I used as the orientation lock. Other changes to the design, well, the bottom compared to my old iPad 3 is the lightning port. On the other side, it's pretty much nothing, and on the top you find your typical sleep-wake switch. For those of you who are disappointed about the loss of the hardware switch for using as orientation lock, don't despair and jump off the nearest bridge just yet, as Apple has implemented a software version of the feature via the control center that you pull up from the bottom. It works just like you would expect it to, except you now have to go through the added step of bringing up the control center. So, would I recommend this iPad for anybody who's upgrading from a previous iPad? If you have an iPad Air 1, then no, it's definitely not worth it. TouchID is not worth an upgrade. Even if you have an iPad 4, I would say it's probably not worth it. You're just going to get a smaller design. The iPad 4, it has the same internals as the iPhone 5S, and that's already running iOS 8 very well. You simply don't need all that extra horsepower. Now, if you had an iPad 2 or a 3 like my old one, it might be worth the upgrade. My iPad 3 was extremely sluggish. It would crash ever so often, and the new price point for the 64 gigabyte model, it's very compelling compared to what it was in previous generations. $100 cheaper, and my old iPad, I had about 200 megabytes free, and now I loaded everything I had on that iPad, plus plenty of music, and right now I still have almost 40 gigabytes free. If you've been holding off on an upgrade from a very old iPad model, this is definitely worth it. The value of the higher storage models and the performance is simply way above what you've got in your current outdated gear. I hope you liked my video, folks. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. I'll talk to you guys next time. Take care.